Hi Capricorn, welcome back. So Capricorn, this is going to be your tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Capricorn, when I was meditating on the Capricorn energy, I was getting a mixture of emotions, and I feel like there could be a lot of different things going on in the environment for you in the month of August or during Leo season. They were highlighting relationships, okay, or some sort of change around a connection, friendship, whatever. And that being important. I'm not really entirely sure why. I was getting a lot of a randomness, and so you might be noticing just like a lot of randomness in the environment, or like you get a message and you're like, wow, that was random, or you know, like you run into somebody or something weird happens. I don't know, like random events are being highlighted. I have no idea why. Take it or leave it, right? It's a general, guys. But then also, they were showing me pictures or images of writing pencils. So some of you, writing your thoughts down. Maybe I have some writers that watch me, or just being creative. They're saying speech, communication, written, anything being highlighted as important as well. So let's see, Capricorn, where this is headed, all right? Oh my gosh, what are the odds? Y'all, I'm about to get so extra up in here. I heard talking about writing, communication, and I literally was thinking in my mind, this sounds like Mercury energy. And what card did I get out? Mercury, which is what rules communication. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Anyways, so yeah, this talks about learning something new, being a good communicator, being perceptive, curious. What narrative are you telling, right? You're always writing the story of your life. You're just writing it energetically. You're writing the story of your life by what you give focus to on a day-to-day basis, and what thoughts you entertain, right, throughout the day. And are you entertaining thoughts that are feeling good to you, or are you entertaining a lot of negative thoughts or content? And then what are you doing about that? So they're wanting you to be more thoughtful, more aware of what you continually, daily give your thoughts to. So let's see what the angel guidance cards have to say. You have the Knight of Wands. Wow, I did not mean to get that. Temperance and the Stars, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Gemini energy here. So this is like ready for action, to me, this is a very adventurous time frame for my Capricorns. Like seriously, if you have been putting off change, or putting off experiencing something new, or traveling, this is a good time to prioritize these things, because this is a very out of the box, adventurous type of vibe that wants to come through with you. A lot of healing around this energy as well, and it's almost like hope returning, this hopefulness energy, that things are going to get better, because they're giving me a song. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. So this is exciting. Let's go further, Capricorn. Let's see what we have going on in the headspace for my Capricorns. Getting ready to rain here, which this happened too for Scorpio's reading. Some of you could be connecting with Scorpio, if so, or you have Scorpio in your chart. Check out their reading. It was a very positive reading, and to be honest with you, I'm getting like kind of the same vibes. So maybe even if you don't have Scorpio in your chart, go check it out. It might resonate with you. So anyways, let's go into the headspace for my Capricorns. Queen of Inspiration, Four of Emotion. Ooh, those come out together. The Chariot in the reverse, and the Three of Materials. Don't mind my dog if you can hear her. She's getting used to my new place. As you guys may have noticed, I moved locations. So she's still adjusting. Anyways, and then the Moon. Guided by the Light. I don't know if that's a song, but that's what I got. Anyways, so Queen of Inspiration, 4 of Emotion, 3 of Materials. I feel like you might be going back and forth between like feeling like inspired to something and then feeling lackluster. So could be hard for you to get things done during this time frame. I feel like if it's not, and this is kind of what I felt in the Sagittarius reading as well. Check that out if you have Sag in your chart. I just kind of feel like if it's not going to feel good to do it, you not wanting to do it, like procrastinating even, or putting something off or delaying something, there's a high likelihood of that, Capricorn. I just feel like sometimes sometimes you override your intuition out of a sense of duty or obligation, like a true Capricorn would. You're a very responsible zodiac sign in general. Meaning like sometimes maybe you will prioritize, Capricorn, your responsibilities over your emotional well-being. And Spirit is saying, hey, you know, while we understand that most humans would applaud that, they would call you a hard worker. They would say, wow, you're dedicated. In the eyes of Source, in the eyes of Spirit, they think that that's backwards. Actually getting ass backwards. Because if you don't feel good, then the amount of action you're putting forward won't amount to much. It should always be that you prioritize feeling good first and then let the action-oriented journey come after. All right? And so during this time frame, they're wanting you to change your perspective. Does this feel good? And I know some of you are like, well, I have to make a paycheck, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. And I'm not saying to completely rid yourself of all responsibility. I'm saying change your mind about it. Find a way to see the positive that is coming from whatever it is that you feel dutiful about. And in so by doing that, you will actually make enough change that the environment and situation will start to change. And then things start working out for you. So I'm going to give an example. Say you have to go to work and you don't like your coworker. So you dread going, right? And you get so fixated on that, you've forgotten that your job is helping you to pay your bills, so there is benefit there. It gives you something productive to do, so there is benefit there. That maybe it's even something you love to do, so there's benefit there. But you can't see the benefits while you're focused on the problem, right? And it doesn't have to be, like I said, this is just an example, but some of you this might apply. You know, it doesn't have to be like a bad coworker. Maybe you don't like the schedule, you know, whatever. What they're saying is like, if you could put your focus on the aspects of it that you do like, the situation would naturally improve. And it could improve in a lot of different ways. One, your annoying coworker might leave the position, or, you know, not actually treat you better because you're in a better alignment. There's lots of different ways. They don't want me to narrow it down as to how it could change, but they're saying if you give your focus to the positive aspect, then that's what could come forward. All right, so I'm giving an example in the career sector, but you could apply that also to relationships. Say there's something you don't like about your relationship. If you're hyper fixated on the portion of it you don't like, that's all you can attract to you. So what were the aspects that you do like? So they're saying to pivot your thoughts in that way, Capricorn. Does not matter the topic, right? But whatever you're hung up on, it's not as unchangeable and fixed as you think it is. It's actually movable, changeable energy. But you can't experience the change if you're fixed in the way that you see it. Does that make sense to you? So, like I said, I gave you an example about the career just because, so you could understand what I mean. But literally, whatever it is that you're hung up on, whatever that gets your goat, that's what they want you to pivot around, okay? Sometimes you ignore your intuition and you neglect your emotional well-being, and they're saying, no, prioritize your emotional well-being, and that's how things will work in your favor, and then the inspiration comes through. So let's go further and see what else. The emotional space for my Capricorns. 7 of inspiration. The muse of emotion, the fool. Whoa. There's something here, like I'm hearing push past this. You can push past this. The 5 of emotion and the Empress. So yeah, it does seem to be a mix of emotion going on. And yet at the same time, all this expansion, all this excitement that wants to come through, this fast moving energy. But it can be hard to keep up with fast moving energy if you're not in a place of alignment, okay? But I do feel like there's something here emotionally that you might be trying to push past during this time frame. And it's almost like as soon as you kind of get your feet off of the ground, something else comes up that makes you feel like maybe you've taken a step back. And that's why they're saying that's because you're trying to leap before doing the emotional work first. Some of y'all are trying to make something work, but you have not worked on self yet, or you've not worked on how you feel yet, and so therefore you keep hitting a brick wall. So it really does begin within first and action afterwards. So they're saying prioritize your well-being, change your perspective, as I spoke about earlier, and you won't keep having these wall-hitting experiences where you think that like you push past something and it's all copacetic and now we're moving forward, and then bam, out of nowhere you're back in your emotions or feeling like you're going backwards for whatever reason. And it's because you have to do the vibrational work internally first by paying attention to how you feel and what you think about this and why, and then learning to pivot your thoughts around it, Capricorn. I just feel like your emotions kind of sneaking up on you during this time frame where you're like, you know, trying to be out here living your best life, and then sometimes your emotions just getting the best of you. But it's temporary, right? Because I do feel like in a way you are kind of being pushed a little bit by the universe, but the universe is only pushing you because it wants you to take care, you know, and to listen better to your emotional body and how you feel. It's getting ready to storm, guys. I can see that rain coming through. Goodness. All right. Let's see what the big spiritual picture is. I knew the High Priestess was going to come in here. I'm talking about listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Here's the High Priestess, the intuitive one. The Knight of Materials. Your intuition will never lead you astray, Capricorn. Never. But your egoic mind will certainly play some tricks on you. Some of y'all, your intuition has been trying to tell you to move forward with something, and you've been holding yourself back because you don't trust it. Because you don't trust that things are going to work out for you. You don't trust maybe that this could change. You're not, for whatever reason, you don't seem to be trusting your gut about something, which they want me to say is not like you. So whoever's tuning in, Spirit is saying that's not like you. What's this about? Yeah, so Capricorn, I do feel like you're getting intuitive nudges and being guided in a certain direction, and you're not being guided to make any impulsive moves, right? You're guided in a very practical sense. Like Spirit is wanting you to be very practical in the way that you're thinking about something, but also to see the silver lining in whatever it is that you're looking at, especially if it has the ability to pull you into your shadow or to throw you off balance. It's not the situation that's making you do that, although you think that. It is your perception of the situation that is making you feel that way. And that's good news, because you can change your perception. And you can find a way to find the good in it. And as you do that, and I'm talking about this on an internal level, changing the way you're thinking about something, as you do that and you stay consistent in it, watch as it changes without you having to do much other than show up, do the practical thing, stay in alignment, think good thoughts, then move on. But some of y'all are you overstress something. You have a tendency to not prioritize how you feel, or maybe even negate how you feel. You get fixated maybe, or stuck. Which I'm hearing, that's all right. That's all right. That's okay. Don't beat up on yourself for that. That's all right. The Spirit is saying that's okay. That's all right. That just puts a little bit more momentum behind the situation to inspire you to change, to inspire you to listen to your guidance better. Because what wants to come through, Capricorn, oh, I'm losing my lighting because it's storming. What wants to come through is really beautiful. You've got Temperance and the Star and Mercury here. So it's like communication that is insightful, peaceful, hopeful energy, inspired action. They want you to take inspired action. They want you to make choices because you feel inspired by it, not because you feel you have to do it. That's the difference. And if there is something that you have to do right now, then find a way to get inspired about it anyways. Or get inspired about any other subject of your life in the process of doing what you feel you're obligated to do. It matters not. But they're saying find a way to get into that space. And you won't be in that space long, because then the universe will come in and will change the energy around it. And then there'll be an inspiration to act. So, let's see what the law of attraction has to say, Capricorn. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. It says, the harder I push against it, the more I attract it. When you find some unwanted thing that you... Sorry, let me begin again. When you find some unwanted thing that you want to shout no at, shout briefly, and then turn your attention to what you do want. Any attention to anything is practicing the vibration that will bring it to you. So the universe says, when you say, yes, I want that, the universe brings it to you. When you say, no, I don't want that, guess what? The universe still brings it to you, because it's attraction, attraction, attraction. The universe does not understand no, it only knows focus. So whatever you're focused on, you're perpetuating in the environment. And so that's what I was saying earlier, is to find a way to find the silver lining. I'm going to title this readings, The Silver Lining. And as you find the silver lining, your resistance lowers, you're no longer pushing against it. Boom, inspired action, the right solution comes through. What is the guidance? It says a child's love. The love between parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make. Children start out as a part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. So for those of you with children, certainly children are being highlighted. Spending quality time, loving time with your children. where's the silver lining in that? You know, finding the joy in that, finding the love in that. If you don't have children, this can talk about just being around children in general, but also loving your inner child, loving yourself. Okay, so take it as it resonates, but that's what I have for you. Zodiac signs that you might be dealing with or have in your own birth chart. I felt a correlation with Scorpio, okay, and Sagittarius, but I also have Gemini here, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Virgo, Taurus. Yeah, those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing, and Leo. But keep in mind, it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. And I will be doing a meditation channeling class on my Facebook, so don't miss out. You can find me by clicking on the links below, or the links in the About section. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all of my platforms. Otherwise, I am wishing you guys the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.